Hey folks, we're looking at temperature scales and converting between these three. This is part two. We're going to practice doing some conversions. Okay, so you should have the equations in front of you like this. And here's a few questions. So this is worked exercise 120. While traveling in Europe, you feel ill. Visit a health clinic. Your temperature is taken as 38.2 degrees Celsius. Do you have a fever? What is your body temperature in degrees Fahrenheit? Okay, you can pause this and answer for yourself, and we'll come back. And I think we actually should answer the second question first. Um, well, actually, we know 37 degrees Celsius, you should know, is normal. And so, yes, this is high. This is a fever. Let's look at Fahrenheit to confirm if you're used to Fahrenheit numbers. Okay, so we have TC is 38.2 degrees C. Remember, we can find TF by taking TC times 1.8 plus 32. And we get 68.76 plus 32 is 100.76. Now, you should be thinking, what do I do with significant figures? And it's a bit tricky with temperatures. To be honest, there's kind of two different approaches. One is actually using sig figs. So in this case, we have 3. The other is um, keeping the number of decimal places. So if this has to the nearest tenth, then our answer should be to the nearest tenth. And so I kind of like that one. But again, either one is acceptable in temperature conversion. So we could say 100.8 degrees F would probably be a good answer. We have a tenth place. If you said 101, you'd be accurate within sig figs, but we do want to probably keep 100.8 in this case. So yeah, that's a little bit high. You have a fever. So 37 degrees Celsius is normal body temperature for humans, 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. But many birds have a normal body temperature of 106 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's practice converting this to Celsius and then convert this into Kelvin. So you can try this on your own first by pausing. Okay, and welcome back. Now that you have an answer. Remember TC would be TF minus 32 over 1.8. And you don't have to memorize that. You can always have that in a table. So I have 106 minus 32 over 1.8 is 74 over 1.8, which is 41.1 degrees C. And again, you could say 41 degrees C to the nearest degree. Either one's fine. Okay, Kelvin. TK is TC plus 273.15. So we can take our answer of 41.1 plus 273.15, and it's 314.26. So I would say 314.3 K. Remember, there's no degree symbol, just K. And I'm keeping 0.3 because I had 0.1, so to the nearest tenth. There we go. All right, well, that wraps up chapter one. Congratulations. We made it through the first chapter. Um, but I would encourage you, please check out the back of the chapter. On page 35 begins a list of all of the core concepts within this chapter. So there's a summary of the chapter and the core concepts. Make sure you know all those when you go through it. Like, does everything there make sense to you? Do you remember all that stuff? This is a good learning tool, right? Use it. Also, starting on page 36 is keywords. So all the bold words that you learned in this chapter. And on page 38 are additional exercises. I think between sapling and learning curve, you will have plenty of questions available to you to do. Again, learning curve just keeps going even after you hit the target goal. But also these additional exercises at the end of the chapters are useful, right? They're always there if you want more practice. So check that out and make sure you have done all the post-lecture questions. And we're done with chapter one. See you with chapter two.